Hey everybody, in this video I want to talk about the lunge. And you may have done lunges before. I want to make sure you're doing them the right way. We've been mobilizing over the last month to bring better mechanics into our body, bring a balance back into the system. We've eliminated some lower cross and upper cross syndromes to help our spine get into a better, more neutral position. And then we've worked on leg and arm mobility so that we can move our limbs independently from our core. And this is a really important thing, especially like we'll find out with the lunge. So when we're lunging, I want to make sure that your back stays tall and flat. When we step into the lunge, I want to see your knee over your heel. I do not want the knee out over the toes. Okay, so knee is over the heel. This is going to give you better usage of your hamstrings and your glutes, your posterior chain. I want it to be when you push back up out of your lunge, you're using your back, your hamstrings, and your butt more so than your quads. If we're here and your back is forward, yes, this is going to be a very quad dominant movement, but I want to train it as a posterior movement, butt and hamstrings. So as we're going down, my hips stay square. They're going to want to open up. I'm going to fight for it. Belt buckle stays nice and forward, back stays nice and flat. We drop down into the lunge, and then we can explode ourselves back up. Down into the lunge and explode ourselves back up. Notice the distance between my chin and my belly button stays the same during this exercise. I don't collapse. I don't extend. I want to keep this nice and taut. I'll show you from the front as well. Belt buckle nice and forward. Feet, at least my front foot stays flat. They're both flat when I'm standing. I'm pushing off the heel through the butt. If we turn this into a walking lunge, slightly different exercise, but we go down forward and then we step into the next one. I still want you to feel like you're driving through your butt. I still want to feel good pressure with your heel into the ground, and I still want your back to maintain upright. With a walking lunge, it's all too common to come down and then lean forward into the next one because we feel like we're stronger. Because yeah, it gives our butt and our hamstrings a little break, it lets our quads take over. But again, the common theme here, we don't want that. We want to utilize our posterior. Now, if we wanted to add a little bit of a stimulus, a little resistance, a little load, we could take something such as a kettlebell. We've done this with our goblet squat, where we had this up in front of our chest. We squat down and back up. We can do something very similar here with our lunge position. Again, maintaining good back, pushing through the heel using our butt. For more advanced athletes who really have already demonstrated some core stability, you can do something like an overhead single arm lunge. This is really going to test your anti-rotation and your core stability, especially since we only have the weight on one side. So, our big takeaways here. Back not only stays flat, but it stays upright. We're not letting it lean forward. No collapsing, no extending. Knee stays over the heel. We do not want it going out over the toe. As you get tired and as you get fatigued, we're going to see this. I don't want that. If that knee is over the toes, your mechanics aren't right. Lastly, the front foot is staying flat to the ground. We're feeling that heel in contact with the ground, and we're pushing through the heel using our hamstrings and our butt. Yes, your quads will get involved, but I don't want that to be the dominant sensation.
If you want to learn more and stay up to date with the latest and greatest in the world of golf mobility, find me on social media at Mobilitas Golf, or use hashtag #MoveBetterPlayBetter. I also encourage you to go to mobilitasgolf.com, sign up for my free weekly newsletter. It goes out every Monday, and I'll send straight to your inbox the latest and greatest techniques in the world of golf mobility. Move better, play better.